Commander, please go ahead.
Andrei, do you think it's possible for Russia to reach an agreement with a terrorist regime like the one in Kiev?
No, there will be no agreement. Everything, it never changed. Russian Foreign Ministry already issued in December 2021 this peremptory letter, so to speak, statement, which is obviously lays out all those requirements for any kind of the, if you wish, settlement. But again, since then, as even people who otherwise are not really Russia's supporters or in any way Russophiles, if you wish, they notice that Putin, collective Putin, Vladimir Putin, is not a dictator. He lives and operates on the base of the, decisions made in the Russian Security Council. And so, no, there will be, essentially, when the Russians speak about it, it's like in Frank Herbert's Dune, the force must be obeyed. Russians demonstrate that, yeah, we are for diplomatic settlements. Of course, nobody wants to kill more people, including losing, obviously, Russia loses some personnel. But the point is, there is no negotiation. There is only conditions, surrender, basically that's what it is. And remarkably, this also is the pivotal, which is pivotal for understanding of Russian strategy, that many people consider territorial acquisitions as some kind of the criteria. No, it is, as I speak for years, and has been proven right. It is about physical annihilation of the mobilizational potential of the best proxy combined West had after Hitler. That's simple as that. And this has been achieved because if you look attentively at the actual data of Ukrainian losses and the losses of those people who from NATO and all over the world who came to fight for them, those numbers are beyond the comprehension of the best, American military. It's we're looking at about 2.5 million killed on the Ukrainian side, probably about the same, if not more, number of the wounded and affected dramatically, to the point maimed and PTSD to the point that they cannot be functional in normal society. And so, as the result, you have about 5 million casualties on Ukrainian side, because Russian Defense Ministry gives only what they can actually confirmed on the front line. That's about it. Nobody looks deep into the tactical area, let alone operational or strategic one. And there is a lot of to be said about that. So, and we know that they lost about 10 million civilians who simply ran away. So Ukraine, for all intents and purposes, is a virtual state. It cannot self-sustain. It doesn't have a real economy anymore. It lives, which is not a secret, on the handouts by combined West. Simple as that. It is West, now Europe, it used to be United States, which pays for existence of the Ukrainian state, which otherwise will evaporate. And Russians know this, and they do what normal military, serious military leader, not all those, PR generals from Pentagon or let alone the pathetic officer corps from Europe do. Normal strategists do what? They physically annihilate the enemy. And this is exactly what Russians are doing. And yeah, there is no feeling of brotherly people. It's all garbage, Reality is, if you are enemy, you need to be annihilated. And this is, and Russians are best in the world in history on that. They know how to annihilate the enemy.